The deal between Australia and Papua New Guinea to have the offshore processing centres on Manus came with an arrangement that the residents of the centre, viewed as genuine refugees, would eventually be settled not in Australia but in a third country like Papua New Guinea. The arrangement brought forth a widespread public backlash, with Papua New Guineans asking why the government was responding quicker to an Australian-sponsored arrangement instead of dealing with the West Papuan refugee problem pending over the last 40 years. The government responded by setting up a refugee division a little over 18 months ago, the first such move since independence.
Papua New Guinea has just enacted and approved a national refugee policy on the 12th of October last year, and that policy has coverage for all refugees that come into Papua New Guinea.
The refugee division is now spearheading moves to address the backlog of refugee-related issues, including new cases created by the processing centre deal with Australia. In the coming months, the government will be registering West Papuans all over the country. It is estimated the West Papuan community number anything between 20 and 25,000.
It's long overdue for the West Papuans. West Papuans are not immigrants. They didn't come here looking for a better job, better lifestyle. No. West Papuans are refugees.
Given that we now have to attend to this issue because we have refugees under the regional resettlement arrangements with Australia, it has more or less prompted the government to have in place this policy, and I think it's a good first step that now the government has already decided to lift the 10,000 kina application fee for citizenship for refugees, and so West Papuans who are willing to be citizens can get citizenship.
In its role to meet the expectation of government policy, the refugee division is also managing a delicate public relations campaign. How do you get Papua New Guineans to accept a new wave of refugees from countries outside of Melanesia? Through a campaign that tries to win over the hearts and minds of people. For instance, the subtle campaign has released pamphlets like these, appealing to the strong sense of Christianity in Papua New Guinea. It also appeals to the Melanesian values of support and brotherhood. Also, the refugees in the pictures are mostly West Papuans. This is the first real move to recognize the West Papuan plight, but done in part for the convenience of Australia. Scott Waide, National EMTV News, Lae.